Perhaps nothing causes more anxiety for students than the topic of grades. This is why it's so important to reserve a section of your syllabus to discuss your grading procedures and expectations. Additionally, some schools require that an instructor's grading and evaluation criteria be communicated in writing to the class at the start of the course. There's no better place for that information than the course syllabus. It is also important to keep in mind that often an academic institution's policy also indicates that grading criteria should not be changed without a clear, well-documented reason and without a complete explanation to students. Changing grading criteria in mid-semester is not a good idea. However, if the criteria are changed, that change should be reflected in your syllabus. Before committing your grading policy to writing in your syllabus, check with your school's own grading policies. You want to ensure that what you are including in your grading policy is allowable by your institution. Once you have verified that you have a policy aligned with your institution's policy, you need to record that policy and evaluation criteria on your syllabus. Your grading policy should contain 3 critical areas. The first is a list of assignments and their associated value or weight. I clearly spell out how many points each assignment is worth and provide that information to the students so they can see how grades are broken down in my class. Second, the grading section should include information which shows the percentage breakdown for each letter grade and the associated points. This allows students to clearly see how many points are needed for each grade, as well as the percentage of points that must be earned. For example, to earn an A, students must earn a 93% within the class. I show this information in a table providing a clear, well-organized way of presenting the grading information. The third section should be a description of your grading policy. Do you grade on a curve? Are your grades mastery-based? Do you weigh certain assignments more than others? How do you grade group projects and group work? Is there an appeals process for a disputed grade? Do you consider extra credit? The grading section of your syllabus does not need to be overly complicated. In fact, the simpler you keep your grading policies and process, the easier it will be for you to grade and the easier it will be for students to understand how to earn the desired grade. To gain more insight into grading practices, you may want to see my lesson titled Grading Fairly in my course, Core Strategies for Teaching in Higher Ed. Grading is a cause of much stress and concern for both instructors and students. Having a clear, well-articulated grading policy on your syllabus reduces stress for both you and your students.